Here to give us more legal insight about this is Professor Dori Rice. She teaches at UC Hastings College of Law in California. She also writes about vaccines and the law, including a recent article on the legalities of whether employees can mandate a vaccine for workers under emergency use authorization. She does have a PhD from the University of California, Berkeley. Professor Rice, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I want to start with your recent article. You wrapped the article by saying businesses that require vaccines under EUA or emergency use authorization are taking a legal risk, but given the circumstances, also have good legal arguments for the mandates. Is the same true for a university?
The same is true for universities, yes. The problem is that the EUA law suggests that people have a right to refuse or accept the vaccine if it's under an EUA. So that applies to everybody. On the other hand, the EUA law says nothing directly to employers or to universities. So they can say the fact that the law speaks to the Secretary of Health and to providers doesn't change the legal situations for us. We've been mandating vaccines for decades, maybe centuries. We can continue to do that. The law doesn't speak directly to us.
Legally speaking, does a college have the right to refuse admission for a student or to remove them from campus for any reason? And in this case, that reason could be the public health of the student body.
Any reason is a little too expansive. For example, under the American with Disabilities Act, colleges can't remove a student because of a disability. In this case, that would include the vaccine contraindication. So if a student can medically not get vaccinated, you can't just remove them. But vaccine mandates have been used by universities before. This is not new ground. And yes, colleges can remove students for not vaccinating.
So if they can do it, do you then expect challenges from Rutgers students or their families, maybe legal challenges, based on the new guidance?
I do. I expect that we will see legal challenges against universities that mandate vaccines. I also expect many universities to do that. And the challenges have a good chance of being rejected. In California, when they mandated flu vaccines for those on campus in the fall, there was a legal challenge, and the court refused to issue a preliminary injunction because the university was on solid legal ground.
Rutgers clearly thinks this is the best way to keep its campus safe. Do you expect other colleges and universities around the country to follow suit?
I do. I think we will see many universities go this route because they've gone through, as many of us have, a traumatic period with COVID-19. Universities that opened, even with precautions, have seen some outbreaks. They're looking to prevent having to close again, having to have outbreaks on campus, and to protect their community. So yes, I expect a lot of universities are considering this, and quite a few will do this.
Legally speaking, I want to wrap this interview up, Professor Rice, by asking, legally speaking, it is in your opinion that Rutgers has the right to do this, and you do expect legal challenges. And I mean, the legality of this, it's perfectly in line with trying to keep their campus safe.
Exactly right. That's exactly where we are.
All right. Professor Dori Rice, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.